Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I'm so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Welcome to CD061809 The Birthday Marble. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. The 44th mark on my timeline. We are going to dive into some kind of weird stuff today. I'm bringing back the wormhole marble, the return of the wormhole. We're going to do a double air trap wormhole marble, and we're going to talk about timelines and go into kind of some weird stuff, some mental crazy stuff requiring you to use your imagination. And for those of you that are new to these videos, I highly recommend that you just stop right now and go to cdmarbles.com and watch those long form videos and kind of get a feel for what we're going to do here. I don't want you to get lost. I want you to be able to follow my train of thought. I'm going to go and use this. We're going to pull out this red. I don't know where I got it from. It came out of my bargain bin of colors over here. I also need to pull out a little bit of Extreme Passion, which I'm going to use to back this cobalt blue mixed with disco sparkle. Ooh, ooh. And some caramel luster and black onyx. Those will be the colors of our vortex for the inside of the wormhole, and we'll also use those colors to decorate the band on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and get my show prep started, and I'll see you in a minute. I got a good feeling about this marble. I tell you, you wait and see. Quickly, just another thing for the new people. When I say cdmarbles.com, that's cdmarblez.com. Make sure you put the Z in there instead of the S. A lot of people get confused when they're newbies. That's okay. You'll get used to it. It's also MySpace / and YouTube / and everything is pretty much CD Marbles. I'm going to start by just taking this is a 12 mil rod. I flattened the end of it. I'm going to put a little divot at the end here. Take an 8 mil rod, air trap it, remove a little section of the 8 mil rod, and do the same thing on the other side so that I create two air traps at the end of a 8 mil rod trapped between two 12 mil rods. You follow me? Good. Relax. You're going to enjoy this. I want to talk about birthdays and the timeline. We explored a little bit of timeline travel in the 9/11 marble. If you go back to that video, which kind of ticked some people off. I am going to redo the focus orb. I'm going to redo that video and take it off of a 9/11. I wanted to demonstrate timeline, and I needed an event to do that with. And birthdays are another one of those events where everybody has them and they mark certain points on your timeline. And did you see that new movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons, the Brad Pitt movie? That was sort of about kind of what I'm going to talk about a little bit today, except for the movie was about him traveling backwards through his timeline because he got attached to that clock. I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it, but we'll explain it. I know it seems a little bit weird, but I'll explain it as I go along. You see here what I've done is I've taken a 12 mil rod, little air trap, small bubble, 8 mil rod, air trap, and then I went ahead and pulled it off so I can hold it in one hand while I film. I'm just going to work this all together, creating kind of a barbell effect, and then we're going to draw lines in the middle of the barbell, creating our wormhole, which will represent how we can actually travel back and forth, up and down our own timelines. It only makes sense to me if you can go backwards, you should be able to go forwards. I'll explain it to you. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, I've went ahead and finished fusing the clear glass together in the three pieces into the shape of the barbell, and I've taken the black onyx and made a ring around the ends of the barbell. This will be the mouths of the wormhole, and basically next I'm just going to start drawing stripes from one ring to the other, back and forth, up and down this little piece of clear glass in the middle. I want to tell you about an experiment that happened, I think this was in like the late 70s, early 80s, and I want to say somewhere out in California, like Cal Berkeley or someplace like that. They did an experiment where they took a bunch of elderly people and they put them in this house, and they brought in all these clothes that they used to wear when they were younger, and all this music from like the 50s, and they only showed old 50s black and white TV shows on the TV and blocked out every access from the outside world toward these old people. They just lived in this house that was like time warped back 25 or 30 years. And they made them live there for like 6 weeks. And as they monitored them medically, after a while they came to realize that these people had begun to believe that they were actually back living in the 50s. And their physical body was changing, and they were actually becoming younger. All their medical stats, all their blood work, and all their testing was showing that they were actually becoming younger. Their skin was becoming less wrinkled. You want to know how it works? It's easy. I'll tell you in a minute. Be patient. Got the first couple of lines drawn on either side. And we're just going to work these in a little bit, and then we'll add some more lines. Eventually filling up the entire little space there. In order to understand how the timeline affected those old people, you need to understand something about memories. Think of memories as, well, like a media file, like on your computer, right? You have a WMA, Windows Media Audio files, right? Those are just sound files, just the sound. Music files, songs you hear on the radio. Then you have WMV, which is Windows Media Video files, which are videos like the one you're watching right now. It's sound and vision, two senses put together. Well, think of memories like WMM, I guess, or Windows Media Memory files. Not only are they sound and vision, but they also contain emotion. Here, let me show you. Just access your recent memory. Sometime within the last 24 to 48 hours, something caused you to laugh. I want you to think about it. It could be anything. A joke somebody told you, something you saw on TV, something you heard on the radio, a comedian, the neighbor that you hate slipped and fell down. Whatever it was, something caused you to laugh within the last 24 to 48 hours. I want you to think of that memory and put it up on a screen, like on the desktop to your computer, like you're watching it on your computer. You are watching yourself laugh. I want you to see yourself laugh. I want you to see what it was that you were laughing at. I want you to hear yourself laugh. And once you have seen and heard yourself laugh, you will realize that you're actually feeling the emotions that you felt while you were recording that memory. It makes you feel happy. It makes you smile. It makes you kind of want to laugh. You ever think about something and just chuckle? Remember when you're chuckling because that emotion is attached to that memory, is attached to that vision, is attached to that sound. If you put yourself in a situation where visually and audially you are regressing, your body will regress with you, along with your emotions.